chickadees. Yeah, like I said, I got 67,000 views on my Instagram posting. And I really didn't know why people were so interested. And then a young lady sent me a email or whatever you call it, a IM or whatever, I don't know. But she sent it and she said, no, it's not what you said. She said, you don't use filters, you don't wear makeup. And something else she said. But yeah, I don't use filters and I don't wear makeup. I want people to see me as I am, because if I meet a guy or whoever, I don't want to meet them wearing makeup. I could wear lipstick and eyeliner, you know, but I don't believe in filters and all of that, because that's not the way I look. You know, I met a guy in 2019. Like I said, I haven't had a real boyfriend in years, in about 7 or 8 years. But anyway, I met this guy online, kept kept sending me instant messages or sending me messages. Sent a picture, and I thought, I'm like, he's kind of cute. Yeah, sure, I'll have lunch with you. You know, I think he was from uh, pretty far, about an hour away. But when we met at the restaurant, I couldn't believe that that was my date, because it didn't look like the same guy. I mean, I don't talk about people. I'm not, I do talk about people. Let me take that back. But anyway, I don't talk about people wrong. If I'm talking, it's right. But this guy I met, his hair didn't look brushed. You know how when you were in middle school, there was this kid that always had separated hair, like little peas, and people would joke about him. They would say stuff like, "You have more peas than Del Monte," you know. And and when I would see this kid in school, not only was he had peas, a lot of them, where his hair should have been brushed, and he had dust lint in it, but not the guy I met. He just had separated hair. Now I'm thinking maybe he likes his hair that way. I don't. And I wouldn't go out with a person whose hair is like that. You got to take care of yourself, you know. And he had my phone number, because I told him at the restaurant, I said, I don't think you're the same person that I was talking to online. And he said, yeah, it's me. And I kept thinking in my mind, no, because I wouldn't have chose that guy, you know, because I wouldn't have chose him. I was not attracted to him as soon as I met him. And so we're in the restaurant. And so I kept saying, no, this ain't the guy. So when we left, he started calling me. You know, like he called me 3 and 4 times until finally I answered. And I'm like, what's up? He goes, you can't call nobody. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm not attracted to you. You don't look like the picture. I'm not attracted to you. You know, like I said, I'm nothing to write home about, but people do find me attractive here and there. When I clean up, hey, I look better than that. But yeah, I wasn't attracted to him. So when I did look at the picture, came back, it looked kind of like him, but it was cleaned up. The skin was clear. Everything was like, yeah, I would date that guy. He used some sort of filter or something. Why would you do that? That's horrible. That's that's a lie. That's a lie. You know, when you go to meet somebody and you got makeup, well, I would like to wear makeup. I just don't know how to do it where it's not noticeable to me. Because if it's noticeable to me while I'm sitting there talking to somebody with makeup on, all I'm thinking, they're looking at my makeup. They're saying, what the hell she have on her face? So I just moisturize, put eyeliner on, lipstick, and I'm out the door. You don't like what you see, keep it moving. You know, so that's the only thing with that there. But I would like to date people, but people are fake. You meet somebody, they want to screw you right then. As soon as you face to face, they want to have sex. They don't know if you got diseases. You don't know if it just bothers me. And then two, I tried to give a couple people a chance to prove that they were good people, but I take my own money. I always say that. I always take my own money, buy my own shit, because I don't want somebody to make me feel obligated. So if I was to invite you over, I want to see, are you going to ask me if it's something I want before you come there? Is it something I should bring you? I love that. You have to, don't just show up at my house. And then to the person that I was talking to a little bit, I think I saw him like 2 to 3 times, drank up my beer, came again and didn't replace him. You would think a man would say, yeah, I'll replace your beer. Sorry. Nothing. So I already knew he was not for me. I talk loud because I could be aggressive at times. But then he calls me to say, yeah, I haven't called because you weren't affectionate. I could have had a brick and I would have hit him in the head with it. Why would I be affectionate? You put no money on my card. You never asked me if I needed anything. Yes, I can do everything. I can take care of everything. But why would I have to if I have a man? Motherfuckers. I hate that. And that's what you got these days. They always reaching and grabbing. But, they don't want to help nothing. All women want is money. If you're going to be effing them, what do you think? You can't show up with nothing. Just because she can do everything, own her own shit, take care of everything, why should she have to? What good are you? Why would you have to be there? Why would she want you there if you can't come out and help with something? Come on, women want money. Them broke motherfuckers always talking like that. What you do is get somebody in your price range and call it a day. Because ain't no woman going to want to be with somebody that can't help her. How you going to come up in here and sit down somewhere watching TV? Come here, sit closer, kiss my ass while I punch you in your head. But, sorry, I got a little aggressive. But anyway, I could be very feminine. I'm all woman, but I'm also a little aggressive. But the ice falls off me once I get to know you. I just want to make sure I don't have somebody trying to turn me into what they want. Because I don't bend. I'm 68 years old. My bending days are over. You come in and you touch down and you do what you're supposed to do. Everybody will be happy. I'm a great cook. I'm a great lover. You do what you're supposed to do. Nobody should have somebody in their house taking up space. No way they don't want money. But yes, they want money. They got bills. What are you good for? Why would you be there? You would get the same treatment from her. I mean, once you guys start really feeling each other and doing for each other, there you go. But nobody's going to do half. Oh, you want money, but let's fuck. Ugh, I don't think so. Somebody can get really... But anyway, I don't mess with people like that. I haven't dated in years because I know where I am, men are not all, but they're pretty easy. They could see you the first time they meet you in the restaurant. After lunch, you want to hang out and do what, motherfucker? I don't know nothing about you. How come y'all so easy with yourselves? So I like being by myself because it's scary. It's really scary. But anyway, I digress. The girl was saying, they're not, listening to what you say. You just don't wear makeup or filters. And I'm like, if that's all it is to get all of those people watching, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm me. So I keep saying I'm going to try to be nicer. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. You'll see me working in the yard. You'll see me messing around with my chickens, my dogs, my lawn, fixing the fence. You know what I'm saying? I got to fix my driveway. I need a new fence around the house. I'm a strong black woman. Men don't like that. They want you. Hi. Yes, no, thank you. Okay. You want me to take my clothes off so you can do everything to me? Okay. And then you're going to leave me and go home to your real girlfriend and do everything for her? Bite me. And what is this line up there? Is that my phone broken? Anyway, again, I digress. Love you, smooches. And thank you for 67 views. 67,000 views. I don't know what it takes to be viral. And I don't know how you do the thing to become monetized. So I hope somebody send me some advice. And yes, I was a little aggressive, so don't tell me about myself, because it is what it is. Y'all know what I'm saying. And the women who don't like what I'm saying, you gotta toughen up, ladies. You deserve more. You deserve more. If they can't help you out, take care of you, even though you could take care of yourself, and they let you do everything, they should tell their story, walk. And that's, I'm alone, but I don't mind it. I like it because there's no ruckus in my house. There's no ruckus, there's no noise. So, smooches.